All right, last three of these, 13, number 13, ln of 12, ln of x. So natural log, right, log base e. You can do the same thing. Since I have natural log here, I can set these equal to each other. 12 equals x. Easiest problem on the study guide. 15, log base 8, 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 plus log base 8 of 2x equals 8. All right, this looks like a fun problem, huh? First thing I see is same log, so I can condense these. Same bases, I can condense them. So log base 8 of 2x times 3x squared plus 8x minus 12 equals 8. So let me go ahead and just distribute this. So I'm going to get log base 8 of 6x cubed plus 16x squared minus 24x equals 8. All right, no calculator, so probably going to have to go to exponent form. So base 8 to the 8. I actually made this problem wrong. So I'm going to change it on the study guide, so let me change it right now. We're going to actually make this a 2. A 2 and a 2. So I'm changing the problem. I'll change it, tell you guys on the study guide. But this is actually needs to be a 2. Okay? This is a 2. By the time you watch this, everybody will know that that's supposed to be a 2. Sorry about that. So 8 squared equals 6x cubed plus 16x squared minus 24x. Okay? 8 squared equals 6x cubed plus 16x squared minus 24x. So next, 8 squared is 64. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 8 squared from both sides. It's going to be minus 64. And I'm going to end up with 0 equals 6x cubed plus 16x squared minus 24x minus 64. So hopefully, again, before the last problem we saw a quadratic trinomial, you guys know to factor. Now we've got a four-term polynomial. Same thing though, I'm going to have to factor in order to solve it. So I know, because I paid attention, that the way to factor a four-term polynomial is factor by grouping. I also know I still want to ask myself, is there a greatest common factor? And there is 2. So I can factor out a 2, or I can just divide by 2. So I'm going to come up over here. So we have some more room, and we're in here. So 0 equals 6 divided by 2 is going to be 3x cubed. 16x squared divided by 2 is going to be plus 8x squared. 24x over 2 is going to be minus 12x. And 64 over 2 is going to be minus 32. Okay, so again, factored out of 2, I have a new four-term polynomial. Now I want to factor by grouping. So I group by 2. GCF of this first is just going to be x squared. I'm left with 3x plus 8. Over here, GCF is going to be minus. Since this middle term's a negative, I got to factor out a minus. Factor out a negative 4. I end up with 3x plus 8. Factor by grouping works when my parentheses are the same. So next, I got to factor out a 3x plus 8 from this. And I get 3x plus 8. I'm left with x squared minus 4. 0 equals that. So, factored completely, this is a perfect square minus a perfect square. So let me factor that completely. It's going to factor to x plus 2, x minus 2. Now I have 3 factors. 0 product property says I can set 1, 2, 3 factors equal to 0. So I get 3x plus 8 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, x minus 2 equals 0. X equals negative 8/3, x equals negative 2, and x equals positive 2. Check for extraneous solutions. So I come back up to my original. This one's probably the easiest. 2 times the negative number is going to be negative, so this does not work. 2 times the negative number is going to be a negative, so that does not work. 2 times 2 is 4, that works. 2 squared is 4, 12 plus 16 is 28 minus 12, 16, that works. So x equals 2. I like that problem too.